Welcome to Pro Trade Series with your host, me, Peter Galenko, the YouTube channel where you get rewarded for commenting on the videos, so make sure you hit that notification bell. Let's get it started. Active Pro Trade Series, and I had a very interesting day today. I had the opportunity to video chat with Adrian Jones. Adrian Jones is the CEO of Tradeology, co-founder of Trade Juice, and if you want to learn more about that, just type into your browser protrade.tools instead of .com.tools, protrade.tools, and you'll see, if you type in protrade.tools and go to that website, you'll see some videos with Adrian Jones on there alongside Nicola Delic, and I got to speak to him some about the software, the Trade Juice software, as well as the some of his background and stuff about Nicola, and it was a really interesting conversation. And one thing I got to ask that I was interested about, well, a topic that came up rather than something that I asked specifically, is that Nicola, he's based in Eastern Europe, and he actually times his work schedule during the week to the New York Stock Exchange, which I found very interesting. They're on very different time zones, so that's a lot of dedication. He is a full-time trader, commodities, crypto, stocks, and Forex. And Adrian Jones, who I spoke to today, is a very sharp person, and he has over a decade of experience in the Forex industry, is an author. I'll show some of his work on the screen. And some of this was not just, he made different types of utilities for the Forex industry's software type of stuff, and has worked alongside a lot of prestigious people for a lot of products, including Nicola. And as far as I know, for either of them, the Trade Juice software is the very first one that has cryptocurrency. You can see cryptocurrency on the hot list generated by that software, and I got to learn a little bit more about it. And it seems like that Nicola does a lot of the heavy lifting, and they do use cloud AI software, but there's a lot of manual monitoring of the markets, and there's sometimes less picks for trades on different days than there are for other days. That way, if there isn't like X number of trades that they have high probabilities for based on their statistics, then they're not going to show more trades than what they really think are probable to be profitable on any given day, which makes a lot of sense because certain days are better in the markets than other days. So that was really smart. And one thing I really liked is I've seen a lot of different products and a lot of different niches. I've been doing all sorts of work online, including crypto and e-commerce, in a variety of fields over my lifetime, all sorts of stuff. And what I like is when, even though the main purpose of the Trade Juice platform is the dashboard itself, there, along with it, there's a weekly webinar and an educational section, so you can learn as well as trade. But if you really want to, you can just plug and play the trades on there. And if you want to learn more and be more selective about which trades you choose, They have a lot of educational aspects to it, and Nikola has mentored a lot of people in his lifetime, and so has Adrian Jones. And what I like is there's a saying that says, and don't hate me if there's any teachers that are professors out there, but there's a saying that is often not true, but a saying nonetheless that says, those who can't teach, not those who can't teach as one sentence, but those who can't comma teach, as in implying that those who are not good at something will, like, if let's say, uh, and it's often not accurate, but let's say you're teaching engineering and you're not actually a very good engineer, and you went to get the teacher job because you weren't qualified enough to get the engineering job. That's bad example, because I'm sure most engineering teachers are, you have to be very well educated to be able to teach engineering. But nonetheless, Nikola spends his time really, really uh, working hard, and like he's managing money and trading on the market space uh, constantly, and it really puts a lot of time and effort into it. And he doesn't sound like a person that takes anything for granted. So I really appreciated the integrity, the expertise, the experience, as well as the work ethic that they have over there too. So you got me to sort of look into these sorts of things and see what's really good out there, because there's a whole lot of different stuff, a lot of different financial products, a lot of different influencers. So finding out what's good and what to trust is important. And another interesting thing that I want to throw in this video is Adrian Jones. If you Google that name, Jones is a common last name. So if you Google his name, uh, the what will show up on Google is actually the story, a very unfortunate story, of a boy that was uh, murdered and fed to pigs. There's explicit content. I'm not going to go into details of this video. This is not that type of video. If you want to watch a murder mystery thing, you have to go somewhere else. But anyway, I thought that was I don't know. Sorry, Adrian, for bringing that up. But that that story should not overshadow his namesake, because he really is passionate about what he does. Some get lost in some of the marketing materials and say, "Hey, I don't know about these people, this or that or the other thing," but it's people have to be able to compete. So I'm having the opportunity to speak to them, and that I've already understood that Nikola was a very very knowledgeable, intelligent, and strategic trader, just based on some of his materials that I watched before familiarizing myself more with the Trade Juice platform. And so I wasn't really surprised by any of that, because I was like, yep, these people know what's good. So yeah, check it out. Check out protrade.tools, and I recommend getting on the dashboard there. And yeah, so there was more to the discussion today, but that was just some of the topics that I wanted to bring up. And you may see uh, more on this channel about what they have going on, and possibly I might get Nicola. I always actually pronounce his name as Nicola, like Coca-Cola, instead of saying Nicola. Uh, but anyway, I might get him on the YouTube channel sometime, and I would really like to go out to Serbia. I think Serbia would be a very awesome country to visit. I've been learning a bit about Serbia, and really want to explore Eastern Europe. I've been to Spain a few times, and France, and Italy a few times, and been to Greece, Poland. But I'd really like to be able to explore Eastern Europe, so I might get out there and kick it with Nicola if I have that opportunity. So stay tuned. Another reason to subscribe to this YouTube channel, if you know me from my previous handle on Twitter, XVG Whale, and I still do my XVG thing. Um, you know that I like to travel. One time I went to Shenzhen, and I went with my buddy Michael from Ukraine to the Bitmain warehouse. We stopped by the Bitmain factory there. Bitmain, if you're familiar with Bitcoin, is the predominant mining rig manufacturer, and uh, we I think at one point we were technically trespassing, and they have like military level police security there as wild. And they were telling me in Chinese, well, we weren't trespassing on the warehouse itself, but they were unloading a truck, and I wanted to get a photo op on the truck of as they unloaded the mining rigs, and we did buy some mining rigs while I was there. I sold some mining rigs then too in 2017. There was such a high demand for mining rigs that I actually went back again, because as Bitcoin went up, then there was a sudden increase in mining rigs, and I was went out there to try to finagle some more orders. And anyway, I was went up on the while people. Uh, well, actually, those weren't the police that were yelling at me. Those were just the Bitmain workers that were yelling at me, but they were around the facility. It was pretty high security, but they were yelling at me in Chinese to get off the truck, and I didn't know what they're saying. I just like got up there and did my thumbs up with the stuff, and then jumped down. And anyway, that was an adventure. But I've gone all sorts of places on my cryptocurrency adventures. So stay tuned. And I think I'll be if I link up with Nicola. I don't think it'll be. I think he'll be more of a willing participant in a type of link up in those regards than some of the stuff at the Bitmain warehouse factory. I really need to pull up my content from my old computer because I could splice those in. Some of those pictures are on my old YouTube channel if you want to see. But this video is about Adrian Jones and Nicola Delic, and yeah, I got a feel for their team, and I was very impressed. So yeah, good stuff. So that's my report. Thanks for watching. Make some money.